I've been waiting for that for so long. Mexican monster. Jumping up with the mates. Pony Shaw, he's up his game. This boy is fast, explosive, that power, precise, and he got a game on the challenge. I give you nothing.
I need you to give me nothing.
There you go.
Take my shit.
So, he can go as far as he wants. As long as he keep doing what he's doing. Easy work.
You better go another round, man. All that shit.
Come on!
Yo, beautiful sparring, bro. Bad news. David Benavidez doesn't believe that Canelo Alvarez will ever fight him. He says that Munguia was given a shot because he was nice. It is not looking good for Canelo. Payday. You want payday? I know that. Alvarez. David Benavidez did a brand new interview on Fresh and Fit, and he has declared that he doesn't believe Canelo will fight him. He says that he might have to stay at 175. He says, quote, I don't think that Canelo fight is going to happen, so I've got to move on. These guys at 175 pounds are some killers. Now my mind is 100% focused on them, right? He says with the Canelo, it's all BS. He's saying, oh, he needs to be respectful. I'm not going to bow my knee to nobody because I've earned my shot. This fight isn't happening because Canelo wants $150 million. That's telling me he's scared. He gave the opportunity to Jaime Munguia, who hasn't done nothing. The excuse Canelo gave was, oh, it's because he's been really respectful. Like, bro, get the F out of here. Well said by David Benavidez. Now, I actually added on to this point before Benavidez even did this interview, and my thought is this. How far have we come in the world of boxing where somebody can insult you or be taunting you or talking ish, and instead of fighting them, you decide, hey, I'm going to give someone else an opportunity because they're being nice to me? Like, is that what boxing has come to at this space, at this particular juncture, where now it's about being nice to someone? Because maybe I'm a boomer. Maybe I'm too old school. But that is precisely the reason why you should fight someone. Somebody's getting on your nerves. Somebody is calling your bluff. Somebody is bad-mouthing you. And that should be the reason and all the motivation you need as a fighter to punish them and put them in their place. Not the opposite of, hey, I'll show you who's boss by never fighting you. And I'm no rookie. I know that deep down inside, even the diehard Canelo fans, they know what I'm saying is true. You know, they're going to leave these comments like, oh, you're hating on Canelo and David Benavidez just wants to pay and things like that. But deep down in your heart, you know what I'm saying is true. You should be motivated to shut somebody's mouth that is constantly berating you and calling you out in the world of boxing. It's not like Andre Agassi or Federer or somebody is talking bad and they're in a completely different sport. Your hands are lethal weapons, so you can't put hands on a tennis player or something like that, or someone in the volleyball world, Caitlin Clark, in basketball. So that doesn't make sense. But you guys are in the same industry. You are linked with the same people currently fighting on PBC, doing business with Al Heyman. It makes all the sense in the world to give boxing the biggest fight. But Canelo keeps doing these interviews. He did a brand new interview with the Los Angeles Times, and he's basically saying, I'm Canelo, I've done this and that, check out my past accolades, and I could do whatever I want. I've earned it. And to me, if you feel like that, you should probably leave and retire the sport, because even Floyd Mayweather And the Canelo racist fans, they said they hated Floyd for similar behavior. And the irony is Floyd didn't actually do all of this. Floyd wasn't not putting on the biggest events every year. Canelo, he has times where he's not putting on the biggest events, like Canelo versus Avni Ildrum, right? And things like that. And his fans just go along with it. So David Benavidez is 100% in the right on this brand new interview with Fresh and Fit. Make sure you guys check them out. David Benavidez is trying to fight the best. He's a former champion, lost his belt twice on the scale, but he's undefeated. He lost his belt for his own personal reasons. Nobody in the ring has whooped him and, taken the belt from him. So Canelo is just, as far as I'm concerned, holding the belts for hostage. Another thing David Benavidez mentioned in this interview is he's saying, yo, I've been in the division fighting the best and calling out the best, yada, yada, yada. And at the end of the day, he's given the opportunity to Jaime Munguia, who he's only been in the division for like 2 fights. And one of those fights was against a 160-pounder, and it was a war, and that was Sergey Derevyanchenko, who's at the back half of his career, not a 168-pounder, and Jaime Munguia got hurt in that fight badly. We don't really see David Benavidez getting hurt by whoever, Darrell or Andrade, or in a lot of his fights. He's not really getting buzzed and hurt and looking like he's about to get stopped. However, Munguia has shown that, where he was looking like it was getting bad for him, namely recently in the Sergey Derevyanchenko fight. Because here's the thing. Oscar De La Hoya said that Munguia versus Derevyanchenko was fight of the year. So you don't really get in a fight of the year unless it's a competitive fight. Like, no one calls Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence fight of the year because it was one-way traffic and it was one-sided. So you could say a performance of the year, but no one's really calling a one-sided fight a fight of the year because it takes 2 to tango. And usually if you're a nominee for fight of the year, that means that it's popping and there's back and forth action. Like even Caleb Plant, David Benavidez, where both guys in spots are doing well, or Tim Tszyu versus Fundora. Those are usually reserved for the fight of the year type because, again, both guys have an opportunity and both guys are doing good in their own way and winning in spots. So I agree with David Benavidez and everything he's saying. Canelo should really man up and fight him. Canelo constantly contradicts himself and forces his fans to look dumb, saying things like, I'll never fight a Mexican fighter. And then instead of fighting a half Mexican fighter, half Ecuadorian fighter like Benavidez, which would be a bigger fight that PBC wants, you fight a full-blooded Mexican fighter in Munguia. Still not the worst fight that he's picked, but it's not the guy that people want to see you fight, which is Benavidez. So Benavidez is right to continue his career, and it looks like Bivol better be about to fight, and he just has to continue doing his thing until Canelo is so pressured that he has to fight him. But my only fear with this is this. Canelo is a strategist and he's strategically moving. I think he wants Benavidez to either lose to like Beterbiev or Bivol, or lose to somebody else, right? Or Vodstick. And then he could be like, haha, see, this is the guy y'all wanted me to fight. Or he wants Benavidez to outgrow the division or leave out of the division, trying to pursue bigger options because he's holding the belts up, and then have to do like De La Hoya versus Pacquiao and come back down in weight, which is hard to do the older you get. And he wants a weight drained Benavidez. So I don't know if we'll ever get the fight because this is how Canelo is playing.
That's not worried about the money and that's willing to actually get in there and put a performance on for the people. That just shows and proves that the man is willing to do whatever it takes, because of the love of the sport, for his people, for his family, and to build a legacy. That's what it really comes down to.
And then to be honest with you, when I heard that number, 150, 200 million, bro, not even Mayweather and Pacquiao got that.
Yeah.
What that sounds like to me, is T's getting ready for retirement. That's what it sounds like to me, and he knows it. Canelo he's getting ready to retire with that. He knows it, bro. I'm not coming to play, bro, and I'm not gonna lay down for nobody. That's why he's doing interviews saying like, oh, I don't know if you guys are aware of it, but he gave the opportunity to Jaime Munguia. Jaime Munguia is only his second fight at super middleweight. He hasn't done nothing. I've been here I've been the gatekeeper, bro, waiting for that opportunity. And then the excuse was to Canelo that why he gave up Jaime Munguia the opportunity is like, oh, because he's been really respectful. I'm like, oh, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Yo.
No, and he said he don't want to fight any other Mexicans.
Yeah. So
I was gonna ask that next. Is like if y'all did a fight in like Mexico City or something, they'll go crazy because you guys.
So he did a press conference saying he said he was gonna fight 3 more years, fire. I don't know what he said, and then he said, I'm not fighting a Mexican. What does he do? First thing he does is fight. He's fighting a Mexican. So I don't understand what this guy is saying, bro. Like, honestly, I feel like he's just losing a lot of respect from his people, the boxing world. But it is what it is, you know what I mean? I just got to keep working and keep fighting for my spot. Like I said, I'm not going nowhere. I love this shit.